All right, so John Brennan's hearings for CIA director confirmation started today. They got interrupted by protesters. I have my thoughts about the protesters, but then I also have my thoughts about the confirmation hearings. Let's look first at the interruption and what happened. I'll give you just the full video, take a look at it, and then my comments will be after.
For the mothers,
all right,
children,
we will stop again.
In Yemen,
All right.
Pakistan, Somalia, and where else?
Please remove that
CIA
woman.
and the Obama administration refuse to even tell Congress. They won't even tell Congress what countries we are killing children in.
Please,
Senator Feinstein,
if you could please expedite the removal.
Are they more important than the children of Pakistan and Yemen? Are they more important? Do your job. World peace depends on it. We're making more enemies.
Please proceed. Mr. Brennan, the next time we're going to clear the chamber and bring people back in one by one. This witness is entitled to be heard, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So please give him that opportunity.
Thank you. A heartfelt thank you also goes to my family in New Jersey, especially my 91-year-old mother, Dorothy, and my 92-year-old father, Owen, who emigrated from Ireland nearly 65 years ago.
All right, we're going to halt the hearing. I'm going to ask that the room be cleared and that the Code Pink associates not be permitted to come back in. Done this 5 times now, and 5 times are enough. So we will recess for a few minutes. All right. Well, if the ladies and gentlemen, if you would mind leaving, we will then have you come back in. But it's the only way I think we're going to stop this. We will recess for a few minutes. Yeah. John?
Okay, so 2 thoughts on this. Number one, as far as the protesters go, I understand wanting to protest and I understand being there. My question is, how did they get so many people in the room? I mean, the reason it took so long to clear the room was every time they went over to one protester, another one popped up and another one popped up with the pink hands and the signs, etc., etc. I honestly just don't know. I'm asking the question. It's not rhetorical in any way. How are they getting in there? How are they getting all the tickets? Who's giving them the tickets? Rush Limbaugh thought that when the protester got into John Kerry's hearings, it was because John Kerry wanted them there and maybe gave him a ticket. That was Rush's conspiracy theory. I don't believe that, but I am wondering, how do they get in there? Now, the other thing is this. I have been very outspoken against the drone program, against President Obama's escalation of the drone program and the targeting of Americans and the targeting of non-Americans and innocent people who have been inadvertently, at least as far as we're told, targeted, including a farmer who was just doing some night tilling, which is a normal thing in Pakistan. But I also am wondering what exactly is being protested by these protesters. I actually would want to know more. In other words, if they're protesting the use of drones instead of a ground invasion, then presumably that doesn't really make sense. They would just be pacifists, period. And then the question to them would be, well, are you just pacifists? Do you believe that the government should not engage in any kind of violence against people who they believe, by whatever standards they have, and standards that I have questioned, admittedly, should that not happen at all? And then what about the fact that we don't know, in other words, I don't know, because presumably it's classified, whether these drone strikes have been effective. Now, I've been outspoken against this, and I think that so many lines are being crossed, and with the ongoing indefinite global war on terror, we're opening up a door to just kind of indefinitely, at the say-so of the president, taking out anybody, and many times it turns out to be people that weren't doing anything wrong. But in that case, are the protesters simply unhappy that Americans are being targeted or that the drones are being used at all? And if it's that the drones are being used, certainly I would assume they don't prefer that there is an actual ground operation, so therefore are they just against any government getting involved in any military conflict? A lot of questions about this. I can't say I dislike seeing this. It's certainly entertaining. I just wonder what the long-term effect of it will be, and if this is the right way to voice displeasure with the government. It's certainly one way that gets a lot of attention, because writing letters and calling congressmen doesn't seem